Hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap deck highlight. Today we are going to be looking at Mr. Negative, this card right here. And what he does is the old switcheroo for all the powers of cards in your deck with their costs. So this deck runs a lot of very small power cards, and the cost is kind of all over the place. Generally, these are cards that have pretty good abilities. Right? This is a free 6 power. This is a whole bunch of power. This is a fantastic ongoing. But they are cards that really don't have a lot of power themselves, or even have negative power like these two guys do. So what Mr. Negative allows you to do, if you draw him early enough to be playable, is to... yeah, we're going to do that. Is to take all of the cards in your deck and switch them around. So now instead of a 5-0 Iron Man, you have a 0-5 Iron Man. Instead of a 3-0 Mystique, you have a 0-3 Mystique. And so on and so forth. It is a very strong deck if, and here's the condition, you are able to play the Mr. Negative, and especially play him earlier on. Basically, you're never going to play him on turn 5. You only really get one card out of that. Not very good. You're never going to play him on turn 6 because he is just an expensive card at that point. Waste of energy with negative power, which don't want on my side. Unless there's a bar with no name or something, but that's the exception to the rule. But if you play him early and then follow up with the Jane Foster, that pulls a bunch of the cards into your hand. You can play a ridiculous amount of power on turn 6. Anyway, that is the goal of the deck. Unfortunately, as we all know, having a goal doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't hit it. So if we don't draw Mr. Negative before turn 4 is out, he's really kind of a dead card, and a lot of the power in our deck goes away. This hurts because they're going to get our Gorr. That is going to be a stupidly high-powered card, as per usual. Yeah, Mr. Negative, the idea is to cheat him out early. Right, we have a Zabu, and we have a Psylocke. Both of them have the same purpose, and that is to get the Mr. Negative onto the board on turn 3 rather than turn 4. Just giving us one more draw with a swapped card. The earlier we can play him, the better. We're not even going to bother with the Mystique, that does nothing. But realistically, outside of getting really lucky on locations, he is going to go on the field. This is so bad. That's going to end up here anyway because of Strange Academy. Yeah, so we just have to hope that they have some really good cards in their hand, because this is not looking great for us. We only need an 11 power card middle to win it. However, we did not draw one of those. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we lost this one. But since this guy it has not snapped, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Basically, he throws the Gorr anywhere, and that wins the lane. So we're kind of screwed here. That being said, right now it's not a crazy big Gorr. I've seen Gorrs get up to like 20s, 20 plus. This one was still single digits, so there's a chance. Unfortunate. Either way, with us playing 2 Ultra Field cards, why does it still look like he's a 9? He is a 13, that's what the game is telling me. I don't know why he still says 9 there. That's fine. We're not going to question that one too much. Hopping into game 3. This is going to be the game where we slap this dude out on the field early. And by early, I mean, unless we draw Psylocke here, turn 4. But still early enough that it will hit a decent chunk of our cards. Everything but the Jane Foster is a good thing for him to hit. The Jane Foster is the only one that's like, it's not great, can't play her now. Everybody else gains or is even on power. She's the only one that gets more expensive and has less power. The Zabu, I guess, too, but let's be real, if we're not playing him on turn 1 or 2, we're just not playing him. So that's fine. Like, if he's in our deck when we play a Mr. Negative, he wasn't getting played anyway. Unless we really have nothing better to do. So this will be nice. We're going to gain 2, 4, 6 power, plus whatever he plays. Beautiful. Plus 8 power. So we probably won that lane. We're going to throw this in middle. That is the lane we are least confident winning, so may as well just double down and go for Central Park. That said, if he does play something here, we have to kind of hope for the Ironheart, otherwise we did lose Kiln. You hate to see it, really. Ooh, or do you? See, like, where are these pulls when I was playing Redwing? What the heck, man? Alright, so we just flat out lost Kiln. So that sucks. And Psylocke was not a good pull there. Alright. Yeah, really you want the Mystique to be in your hand when you Mr. Negative. The whole point of the Mystique is to copy the ability of either the Gorr or the Iron Man. Doesn't really matter which one, both of them are super strong to copy. Yeah, so we lost. That's unfortunate. Yeah, our best play might be that, and we lose there. The other option is we do something weird with Mystique, maybe, and then hope he doesn't have a bigger than a 3-power card to play there. You hate to see it. Yeah, really, the big cards, the Gorr, the Iron Man, those are the two we really want the Mr. Negative to hit. Obviously, most of these cards, it's a positive if he hits, but those three are the big game finisher ones. So, that's unfortunate.
Escaped.
We did get to play the Mr. Negative last time, so that was pretty cool. This is actually super good for us because same reason we have Mr. Negative, right? A lot of our cards will benefit from being set to 2. We're definitely playing the Warlock there. That is a huge card. That just lets us draw some stuff. Obviously this early, we're hoping for Mr. Negative. Psylocke will take that. Ew. Yeah, so we're going to play a Hood over in Quantum Realm and the Psylocke middle. That will give us 5 energy next turn. If we draw the Iron Man, we can slap him down somewhere. That's really kind of what we're hoping for here. If we can play the Iron Man early, that also allows us to hit him with a Mystique, which is very strong. That's the combo we're going for anyway. They just are going to have less power in this particular case. That is none of the cards we are looking for. So, ugh. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Guess what we're gonna do, this is only turn 4, so we can do that. That's one of the only cards we don't want to play in the Quantum Realm, so yeah, the board clog thing here is not great. Yeah, so now we can play the Ironheart somewhere. He's just gonna keep giving himself power. Honestly, that's really good no matter what card it hits. So we're okay with that. The Iron Man would be best case scenario, but any of them is pretty good for us. Yeah, the Toxin's a weird one to copy there. To be completely honest. Beautiful. Yeah, I forgot about that dude because I mean, I should have put the pieces together. That one's on me, but here we are. Now we can play the Iron Man there. We can play the Silver Sable there. I really don't know how this interacts. If that'll put him at a 7 power, or it'll put him at a 2 power, or it just won't touch it. I really don't know. Because it set the base power to 2. But Mr. Negative is just like, congrats, now your power is your cost. So I really don't know how that's going to work. So I really want to put the Gorr there, because that's just like big number, go burr, right? But the Ironheart is definitely the better play, because she can hit all of this other stuff too, make it a little easier for us to not just completely lose every lane. I'm playing her first, so she might hit the Mr. Negative, but most of her hits should go elsewhere. We definitely won Quantum Realm. It's a matter of how well did we do. I guess specifically in Bifrost. She only hit 1 over there, which is not what you want to see.
Iron Man.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah, so his base power is 2, but that goes into effect before all the other buffs, like the Mr. Negative. Same logic, right? If you play Deadpool, you have an 8 power Deadpool, and you play it in a Quantum Realm, it doubles the power instead of setting it to 2. Same principle there. So that's very nice, and that's not even with the great, like, optimal playline. The Iron Man Mystique was sweet, but they're both in the same lane, which is not really what you want. But hey, that's a ridiculous amount of free power we got there. They won Savage Lands, and they were probably not expecting that level of power. So that gave us the edge there. And hopping into our 5th and final game, again, not the cards you want in your starting hand, because those are the cards you want the Mr. Negative to hit. But here we are. I am so sick of that location. We're gonna slap an Adam Warlock down. That is going to give us those free card draws that we are looking for. Or at least he will next turn. That's tough. You hate to see it, really. We do, however, like to see that. So, we're just going to play a Sage down early. That'll buff up the Gorr. I will hit 2 cards because he had priority. And why would you ever play into Thunderbolt's Tower? He says, playing into Thunderbolt's Tower. Really the card we care about here is the Iron Man. The Jane, if we pull her, is not getting played. The Psylocke doesn't do anything. And, I mean, it's a 0 cost now, which is cool. It's a 0-3 instead of a 1-2. Obviously good, but at the end of the day, not really that big of a deal. That is exactly what you want to see. So now what we can do is play the Iron Man. That's the wrong way to do it. Play, no, maybe that's fine. I don't know, man. We're playing the Iron Man and copying it with the Mystique. That's how that's going to work. And then we're sticking the Gorr somewhere. May as well stick that out there too. That just, it's another on reveal for the Gorr. We're already losing Thunderbolts. Is what it is. That is horrible for us.
Iron Man.
Because that is going to copy both of these cards
Iron
and copy the Gorr later. So that's really unfortunate to see. Yeah, we get it. So he did win this one. Unfortunately. The best we can do is probably that. Right, that gives us 3, effectively 6 more power here, puts us at 28. He is going to get the 4 from the Ant-Man. Presumably another 2 from Captain America. And this puts us at -1 in Thunderbolts. Positive if the Ironheart hits. So it's highly likely we lose this one. We're gonna stick it out just in case. Spectrum, yeah. So if the Ironheart hits everybody and their mom over in Thunderbolt's Tower, we have a chance. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that the Super Skrull is really what did us in there. That is Super Skrull in Savage Land specifically because we had already decided to throw Thunderbolts. But it is what it is. Again, super fun card. Not a very good card unless I am playing against it, in which case you see him on turn 2 sometimes. And it's absolutely awful and I hate it. I have yet to figure out how to recreate that, but here we are. Anyways, have a marvelous Monday, pun intended. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.